You're watching Quinn Gaming. Enjoy the video. Hey guys, Nary here from Quinn Gaming. So if you know me on Twitter, The Gaming Dragon. Today I'm coming at you with another Let's Play episode of Psychic Connections, Quinn's Path. So, without further ado, let's just jump right into it, shall we? My mind is a little groggy this morning, so I'm kind of having trouble remembering where we were last time. Let's see, where were we? Right here. My phone to the side. Okay, yeah. Okay, so Mason is making plans to hang out with Zoe tomorrow. Okay, alright, I got you. Alrighty. So that's where we left off, guys. Sit back and enjoy and let me entertain you. Let me start Alarm Chan, and here we go. I sent a confirmation message and set my phone to the side. Not sure if it's the best idea, but I definitely need to make friends while I'm here, and I can't think of any reason not to. Aiden seemed pretty cool. I probably should have asked if he'd be joining us at the cafe. I begin to toss and turn in an effort to regain a comfortable position. My brain has been turned back on and is now just replaying the events from earlier today. Quinn was quite the energetic bunny, though he almost seemed mature whenever he was interacting with Jude. Meanwhile, Jude is probably the most intense person I've ever met, but somehow I don't get the impression that he's a bad person. Just because you're intense doesn't mean you're bad. The library was actually pretty nice. Granted, I'm not sure how often I'll use it since my room is plenty quiet without a roommate. I need to get these random thoughts out of my head and get to sleep. There's plenty of time to think about boys in school tomorrow. Just 5 more minutes, Mom. It was futile the moment my phone began going off. As much as I want to return to the wondrous dreamland I was in before, the aroused sounds from my phone forced me into this horrible and groggy reality. The disappointment I feel is insurmountable when I see that it's just Zoe texting me a reminder that I'm supposed to meet her at the cafe today. Considering that it's still a few hours away, I really think I could have done without the reminder. My alarm isn't set to go off for another hour, too. Unfortunately, I'm awake now. My head is buzzing with enough activity that I know I won't be falling back asleep. I guess I should be thankful she sent a text instead of letting herself into my room to remind me. Not that I was likely to forget. I've got another class this evening, but I didn't have any plans beyond that. With a few more hours to kill, I guess I've got time to do something before I go meet with Zoe. I could check out the gym. It might be worthwhile seeing what they have in case I find the motivation to exercise. Plus, there's bound to be some eye candy. I could also just head to the cafe early. It wouldn't be the worst idea to scope the place out beforehand. Plus, a cup of coffee could be just what I need to really get my day started. Although, I could also be less proactive and just stay in my room and play on my phone for a couple hours. I might even be able to sneak in some more sleep if I try hard enough. I wonder what happens if you just stay in your dorm. Let's stay in the dorm, see what happens. It was only inevitable. Going out and doing things can be a chore sometimes. And today, I really just feel like being as lazy as possible. I run a serious risk by leaving my room anyway. I might run into somebody and be forced to interact with them. After yesterday, I'm trying not to pile up my forced social interactions. Nope. Better to stay inside and troll on the internet looking at memes and pop culture references. I have a lot of worthless social media to still catch up on as well. Like, did Asher Hamworthy actually start a vegan diet? The rest of my morning is spent scrolling through meaningless celebrity media feeds and random pseudo-news articles until it is time for me to head to the cafe. I made the walk to the cafe quick. As it turned out, there was a chilly breeze today, so the less time I spent outside, the better. The hot cup. Amen to that. Walking into the cafe, I'm greeted with the familiar smell of cocoa. Underneath that is the sweet smell of baked goods. I can see from here that there are donuts and muffins warmly glistening behind a small display window. I walk up and ring the bell on the counter. Luckily for me, I'm not left waiting very long. Good morning, sir. Name's Elliot. How may I serve you today? Looking at the menu, I realize I don't really know what any of these words mean. He's looking at me, though, so I should just pick something. 1 second, guys. Hey guys, sorry about that. I'm back. Had to answer a call. Okay, where were we? Ah yes, interacting with Hot Panther Daddy. Okay, let's do it. Looking at the menu, I realize I don't really know what any of these words mean. He's looking at me though, so I should just pick something. Hi, I was hoping to get a caramel macchiato. From what little coffee I've had, it's always had a rough taste, so it's probably for the best that I order something that sounds sweeter. I'll also get a wildberry muffin, please. Sure thing. Just need a name for the order, handsome. Mason Carter's? Oh, you're Zoe's friend. Well, why didn't you say so? Everyone's already waiting for you at the table around the corner. Everyone? Elliot leads me around the corner to a table currently seating some familiar faces. Mason, you're here! Seemingly ecstatic to see me, the red panda bounds out of her chair over to me and pulls me into a big hug. You have no idea how awesome it is to have you joining us. Right, about that, I thought maybe Aiden would be here, but I didn't realize there were gonna be others. Hey, don't stress it. I'm sure you'll get along great. Come on. Grabbing my hand, Zoe pulls me towards the table to join the others. Placing her hands on my shoulders, she proceeds to sit me down. Okay, everybody, this is Mason, the guy I was telling you all about. Mason, these are my friends who I wanted you to meet. To the left of you is Aiden, as you already know. It's good to see you again, Mason. Although I'm sure Zoe could probably have found a way to do this that was less uncomfortable. What is it that we're doing exactly? Well, Hey, don't go stealing my bit, Aiden. The wolf slides back into his chair with a grumble. Hey there, stranger. Fancy seeing you here. Have you two met already? We sat next to each other in my English class. I don't know how I didn't realize that you're the Mason, that your Mason was the same as my precious seat buddy. Right, well, whatever. Next to our favorite bunny boy is Jude, our brooding hunk of... We've already met, too. We certainly have, and I'm still undecided if that's a good thing or not. Though maybe this little get-together is going to illuminate Jude in a way that I can understand better. Well, you just seem to know everybody. If that isn't kismet. Really? Oh, hold up. Really, Zoe? Not again with the destiny Hey guys! I hope I didn't miss too much of the fun! Elliot pops up seemingly out of nowhere with everyone's drink orders just in time to interrupt the increasingly tense moment. You didn't, Elliot, though you're just in time for a more formal introduction. Ah, you're right! Elliot sets the tray of drinks down on the table. He then looks at me. He then looks at me in the eye while taking the palm of my hand into his. It's nice to meet you officially, Mason. Save it right here. My name is Elliot. I'm 30 years old and a Taurus. I'm the owner of this cafe. Oh, hold up. I'm the owner of this cafe, and in my spare time, I enjoy long walks on the beach. Are you seriously reciting your dating profile right now? It's a tough market out there, Zoe. You gotta be active these days, especially at my age. I'm sorry, I don't mean to be rude, but do you mind if I ask what this is all about? The two stop arguing and look at me. Elliot rubs the back of his head while Zoe just kind of shuffles her feet for a moment, her face scrunched up as if trying to think of what to say. Aiden looks around the room before giving her a nod. Okay, so I called you here because I was hoping you'd be willing to join our club. Like one of the university extracurriculars? Sort of. More like a support group? She stares at me as if waiting to see if I'm acknowledging what she's saying so far. Support group for what? Like college stress? No, more for unique dispositions. Zoe, he's getting more on edge. It's probably better that you just stop beating around the bush. Right, okay. So, Aiden, Quinn, Jude, Elliot, and I are all psychics. What did she just say? She's joking, right? She has to be. No sane person would say that with a serious face if they weren't joking. Right, and I'm a celebrity that's moved from the hills to live a quiet, normal life. I'm telling you the truth. The only reason I'm telling you this is that I was hoping you'd be willing to join us because of your own psychic abilities. Alright, never mind. They're all crazy. Holy crap, is this seriously another cult trying to recruit me? He doesn't believe you, Zoe. What? You trying to be a mind reader or something? Not exactly. Aiden's an empath. He can feel your emotions radiating off of you. He knows whether you're comfortable, scared, or even hungry. You mean he feels your emotions and applies his own psych bullshit interpretations? You really want to start another altercation with me right now, Jude? The stag looks like he's about to fling the whole table, his hands clenching as he grasps the edge firmly. Thankfully, Quinn places a small hand on his shoulder and his grip loosens. No, I won't be doing that anymore. I really wish you two could at least try to get along. You're actually serious, aren't you? You actually believe that you were all psychics. This is crazy, and you're all nuts if you think I'm gonna buy this. I'm leaving. I moved to stand up, but found myself stopped by a soft hand placed over mine. Listen, Mason, I know it's probably a lot right now. Oh yeah? What are you, reading my emotions too? Quinn has premonitions of the future, actually. It's why I decided to sit next to you in that boring English class. I knew we'd be seeing more of each other, so I thought I'd use the chance to get to know you better. Hypothetically, if this guy can see the future, it would at least explain why he was acting so friendly with me. Or Zoe told him about me, which is why he sat next to me. That would be a more likely explanation. The problem is, I'm still not sure what their angle is here. Maybe I should keep playing along for now. It's a bit unnerving to think that most of the people I've met over the past couple of days are literally insane. But at this point, my curiosity is at least piqued. Okay, so what about the big guy over here? Jude has acute precognition. He always knows what's going to happen. Isn't that the same as... It's not the same. Quinn has visions of random things, while I see things constantly. It might be easier to say Jude has really good reflexes. It's not reflexes, it's... I know. Say it right here. This music is great. So mysterious and odd and strange. Ignoring how crazy this all sounds, there's something consistent with all these psychic powers. You know, so far, each of these powers has been unprovable. You're just saying this and expecting me to just believe you? True, most of our powers can't be proven, though if you need proof, that's where Elliot comes in. The large panther steps forward. He looks to Zoe, who nods back at him, taking a glance around the room. Elliot lets his eyes fall into the coffee cup he puts in front of me. His eyes bore into the cup, like he's watching a pot boil. Nothing's happening. Ooh. The cup slides across the table gently, without anyone touching it. Then, it lifts ever so slightly off the table in front of me before gently returning to its original position. How did you do that? Elliot can perform telekinesis. You know, moving objects with his mind. Holy shit, this is legit. They're actually all psychics. Am I going crazy? No, this has got to be a dream, right? I reached my hand underneath the table, hoping to find some sort of magnet or elaborate device to explain what I just saw. Instead, all I felt were the bolts attaching the base of the table to the top. How am I even supposed to process this? Zoe said earlier that she wanted me to join this group because she thought I also might be psychic, didn't she? But I know if I was psychic, right? What am I even thinking? This is nuts! What am I supposed to even do in this situation? Mason, are you okay? Yes, no, I don't know. Where's the bathroom? Just past the door on the right there. Thank you. Rushing past the party of eccentric espers, I flee to the restroom. I close myself into the stall. This is way too big of a revelation right now. Like, how the hell could this possibly be real? They must have slipped something in my coffee, or maybe this is some kind of elaborate scam. This is really a lucid dream. Maybe if I just close my eyes really tightly and focus really hard, I'll actually wake up in my bed. Just gotta wake up. If I picture hard enough, I can still feel the crappy foam mattress pressing awkwardly on my back. The vents are still making that light whirring sound that made sleeping more difficult than necessary. I'm going to open my eyes, and I'll be in my room. Psychics aren't real, and they're not currently trying to recruit me into some sort of voodoo cult. Shit. Oh, God. Hold up, guys. 1 second. Sorry about that, guys. My cats pushed the back room door open, and we're scrounging around in there, so I had to get them out. Naughty little children. Anyway, guys, here we go. Let's jump right back into it. Sorry about that. Okay, calm down. What do I even do in this situation? There are 5 psychics sitting in the cafe waiting for me to come out of the bathroom. You okay in there, Mason? Yeah, just need a minute. Of course he isn't okay, Zoe. You saw how he looked. Besides, I can feel his nerves from out here. Never mind. I guess they're standing outside the bathroom. I need to just get out of here. I don't want to go through them, though. Is there a window I can climb through? Unsurprisingly, this is a windowless bathroom, and unless I was trying to crawl through the vents, there's no way out of here except through the door. Even if there was another way out, Zoe's my RA, and I share a class with Quinn, so it's not like I can just avoid them after this. What did I tell you? This was too much of a rush. It sounds like the others are conversing just outside the bathroom door. I'm not sure if they're actually trying to be quiet, but if they are, they're doing a terrible job of it. I have to agree. Shouldn't you have given him some more time to adjust to Elmwood? Let me save it right here. That's one of the things I always saw. I always thought, like, wow, this is really... They're doing this very quickly. I didn't know if he was aware of his abilities yet or not. I had a good feeling about him. I just didn't expect him to freak out like this. Are you even sure he's one of us? Have I ever been wrong before? Besides, Quinn already saw the end result. Even if we're in a rough patch now, it's going to work out. That's true, but I don't know for certain when it's going to work out. I mean, you saw his face. He probably thinks we're a bunch of freaks now. The sound of Quinn's voice cracking forms a small pit in my stomach. I'm freaking out over this huge revelation, but they're all still people. I should at least be hearing them out, not dodging them in the bathroom. Maybe I'm overreacting here. It's not like any of them have done anything particularly egregious to me. Sure, it's a lot, but I should be able to at least tough it out until there's a more natural way for me to exit the situation. I steel myself for more of the other psychic weirdness, and force myself out of the safe confines of the bathroom. Leaving the bathroom, I can see that the others look far dour than when I'd left. Jude is the first to notice me. His eyes lock onto mine with that same intensity as always. You sure took your sweet time in there. Played cool. I think okay. Yeah, no, we're not doing that. Sorry, I was just a little freaked out. No, we're not going to be crass, Mason. There's probably a lot to wrap your head around, but hopefully you're at least calm enough to hear us out. Ellie nudges Zoe, who looks back towards me with a sullen expression. She clears her throat before proceeding. Mason, look, I'm sorry if we made you uncomfortable. I figured I've done this enough times that I had it all figured out. You've done this before? Yeah, it's sort of my thing. I find other psychics and I help them meet others just like them. Though, when I meet other psychics, they're usually at least aware of the existence of their abilities. Yeah, I know you seem to think I'm psychic or whatever, but I really think you've made a mistake. Trust me, Mason. She has a sixth sense about this kind of thing. Literally. Psychic abilities come in all shapes and sizes. Yours might just be something smaller that you've never noticed before. Something smaller I've never noticed. Nothing really comes to mind. How exactly do you even figure something like that out? It varies from person to person. Some are simply born with their gifts. Meanwhile, others manifest after some sort of triggering event. The magnitude varies as well. Some find their uniqueness quite Oh, I'm sorry, I've been reading in Quinn's voice this whole time. Sorry about that. I usually just associate blue with Quinn. Alright. The magnitude varies as well. Some find their uniqueness quite apparent, possessing unignorable capabilities that nobody else seems to have. In other situations, it can require more careful observation to discover one's capabilities. Exactly. Like, when I was little, I had no idea that some of the things I dreamt about were actually visions of the future. So, when I saw some of the things I dreamt about happen, I was scared and confused for a while. I guess I'd be a little freaked out if I could see the future, though, hey, at least you'll never get surprised by a pop quiz, right? If only it were that simple. I tried to read the rabbit's expression to see if I'm just missing something. The confusion on my face must have been obvious because Jude chimed in. Quinn can't choose when he has premonitions or what they're about. The whole point of this was supposed to be to figure out how to manage all this psychic crap. Is that the case for all of you? Pretty much. Welcome to the club. Yep. Oh my god, what a perfect place to end it. All right, another episode of Psychic Connections, Quinn's Path Down. Thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and ring that notification bell. Oh god, I can't get through a yawn. Jesus. Okay. And thank you all so much for watching. I love you all. I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.